afternoon, everyone. Erica with Aurora Heart Healing. Today, I actually have a reading for you guys, and I'm not totally sure where this is going to go. This is a collective reading, just offering guidance and support. And we will see what this subject is in just a moment. Sorry, I'm already seeing some really beautiful messages coming through, and I'm really excited to share. Is there anything else? Is there anything else that we need to bring out? Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm going to begin. The first thing that I'm finding, and this is The Oracle of the Fairies by Karen Kay. Pure intention. The fairy of manifestation will help you use your wishes wisely. Manifest your heart's desire with pure intention for the highest good of all. So, most recently, I've been realizing and noticing within my life and people around me that a lot of times when our heart's desire conflicts with someone else's, people can get very aggressive with what it is that they want. And when we come at things with a pure intention for everyone, for the benefit of all, not just for ourselves, then we actually are able to really unlock beautiful, wonderful miracles that we ourselves don't know how to access, but other dimensions, source, spirits, angels, guides, God, whatever you want to call it, they can help. But when we are working at it through our true heart's desires with pure intentions, not to harm others for our own benefit. And it's interesting because Wait for Winter comes up, and we are coming right into the colder months. It's September, so now we're seeing that it's kind of getting cooler. And the Fairy Queen of Winter will help you manifest the your heartfelt wishes, as long as your intentions are for the highest good of all. So right here in just two cards, the first couple of things, we're really being asked to watch, understand, notice, monitor what our intentions are. Because if we are not coming at something from pure loving intentions, then not only does it not work, but we're also bringing in things that we might not want in our world. The inner child. What is more pure than a baby? Than a child that comes in with its vibrance, that's playful, that's young, that's silly, fun, and safe? They don't think about what someone else has over them. They don't think of things as a challenge to overcome. They're thinking of things as the most pure and playful thing that they can do. Life is pure, playful. They don't have bad intentions for anyone. And that truly is the reason why they shine from within. I'm really feeling called to tell you that when we clear our hearts, that is where the true beauty lies. Not from what we look like on the outside, but what we feel like, how we shine from the inside. And A lot of times we've gone through so many different things in our lives that make us cloud not only our intentions, but what we want and how we present ourselves in the world. Beauty, looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. This is a time for self acceptance and for revealing your true beauty. And what does that true beauty need? This is going to sound counterintuitive, but if you have negative intentions or you have intentions that might harm others, then maybe there is something within you that feels dark and bad, or it feels unwanted, pushed away, rejected, whatever that is. Remember that when you step forward and you face that pain, fear, anxiety, darkness, whatever that is, you only give yourself the ability to shine. You're also being called to ask for help. A lot of times people think that asking for help is a burden. And it's interesting. I was listening to a podcast, and the name of the gentleman slips my head right now, but he talks about a story about how he was talking to a friend and he had not texted her back. And then they had met up for lunch a few weeks later. And then he asks her, how's everything going? And she's telling him all of these struggles that she's going through and how she's been in a lot of pain lately. And then he goes, why didn't you tell me that? Why didn't you reach out to me? Why didn't you talk to me? And she says, well, I did. And he says, when you text me, how you doing? And what are you up to? And she says, well, yeah, I didn't want to burden you. And he said, how dare you take away my ability to be there for you? And that is something that I'm really feeling is an enormous piece for people to learn how to shine within, is to remember that you can ask for help. This person has lost their light in a little bit of a way. They've lost part of them and they're looking for answers. They're not sure exactly where to go and what to do. But what if they would have never asked for help? They would have been stuck and enveloped in that darkness. And that is something that we need to remember, that if we truly want to shine within, if we want to unlock our inner child, then we need to remember to ask for help, to ask for guidance. We don't have all the answers. As a human being, community is one of the most important things we can create and build. Because I know for me, I don't know what beliefs are damaging within me until someone shifts my perspective on something. I wouldn't know how I'm damaging other things in my life or hurting people that I care about, because I can't look at myself through the lens of others. I constantly am looking outward, focusing my attention outward. So when I'm looking outward, where is me? And if I grew up to be someone that's very entitled, you have to give it to me now, you have to do this now, I want this and I'm going to get it no matter what caused that? Well, I wouldn't know that unless someone said, hey, your behavior is not okay. Everyone doesn't have to stop and drop everything for you. You're not the only person that's important. And if I didn't have someone to tell me that, then I would go around in the world oblivious. Of course, you want gentle help. Gentle help can look different. Tough love is gentle because tough love says, look, I love and care for you, but this behavior is very painful, hurtful, damaging to you and others around you. And the more that we actually get to connect to those pieces of ourselves, the pieces that are sitting in darkness, in pain, unsure of themselves, then we can really start to see how we are building things from true, pure intention. Hmm. The next card that comes out is from Carolyn Mice, Archetypes. And the first one is Don Juan. Don Juan. Um, this is, it spotlights your positive, seductive qualities. Again, it comes down to looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within. So, what does Don Juan have to offer? He is handsome. He is very charming. He has a way with words. He's very romantic and attractive. But what does that mean if the only things that he has to offer are seductive qualities, but there's nothing that he can go deeper through, go deeper in? What if this person, that's all they have going for them is their charm? And they have nothing that we can really reflect and say, wow, this person is deep. They're in touch, in tune. Their intentions are pure because they have looked into the darkness of themselves and they've learned how to unlock, how to speak their truth, and how to show up authentically, truthfully. Because this speaks of private agendas. This is, I am using this attraction as a control mechanism, not as a I'm truthful, 1, 2, 3 on my clock. I am truthful, I'm honest, I'm real, I'm fair. No, it's showing up as I am going to get what I want from you when with persuasion. And again, that pure intention. How do we ourselves learn how to manifest with pure intention? It's, is there anything that I'm trying to get out of this situation? I recently was grappling with wants versus needs. Needs can create a sense of desperation. I need this. You need food. You need food. So if you go a long period of time without food, you will start to act out of desperation. You need water. If you do not have food and water, then you'll start acting out of desperation. You need shelter. If you were sitting under the beating sun all day long, you would be depleted and you would probably be searching for somewhere to cover yourself, to shade yourself. Again, another act of desperation. When you want something, it's, I want this. It's not saying I have to have it. My survival depends on it. It's more of I can take it, I can leave it. I would like it. I would really love to have that. But it doesn't mean that I would have to do something unaligned with who I am to achieve that. So remember, when we're looking at these cards, we're really seeing when we have the right intentions, we can come from things in a different light. When we ask for help for our needs to be met, then we don't need to be mischievous or misleading to get what we want. Child, magical. Seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. Again, when we go from needs and wants, when we need something, we kind of have a blinder on what the possibilities are, that maybe we can stumble upon something magical, something fruitful. There's beauty in all of that when we are in that stage of coming things at things from a pure intention space. But when we're not looking at that, when we're looking at that lack mindset, then we are really going into the dark shadow attributes of that. We don't believe in miracles. We don't have that right intention because we're thinking of everything as a competition. They have what I want, that what I need, and I need that. So I will take what they want away because this is what I need. Being pessimistic, believing that energy and action are not required for growth. When we're not clearing out what's being held in our heart, then there's no way that our inner self can shine. It's really hard for us to be able to shine from a place of everything ends, I'm defective, it's all my fault, what's wrong with me? Precious time. The fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. And this is really beautiful because when we aren't coming from pure intentions, then we will waste other people's time. We will hurt other people. We won't, and we're not taking care of our time for ourselves either. Because if we're stuck in places where we really truly don't want to be, if our intention, if our heart is not aligned for not just ourselves, but for others as well, then we're making everyone suffer. And that time, people don't get back. The more that you work with your inner child, the more that you really do manifest from healed, highest intentions for everyone, the more that you find balance. And this fairy of finding balance, she says, find the balance between your work, rest, playtime, and you will have more energy, harmony, and productivity in your life. Take a power nap. The damsel comes up and it says, understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. And what this to me really signifies is healthy love for ourselves. When we have a healthy love for ourselves, it's always going to be the best intentions for yourself and all others, for the highest good of all, because you're coming from a beautiful space of love. There's no manipulation tactics. There's no narcissism in that aspect. There's no avoidance of what you feel. Avoidance of what you feel is just creating a mask, a facade, and it's not allowing people to see past that skin deep. Relying on yourself is not a bad thing. If we're looking at people as this is what I need from them, then are we truly being loving, caring, and kind? Are we respecting their time, their energy, their space? Are we finding balance within? Because if we need someone, else, something else outside of ourselves. If we have to have 5 cars to feel happy, if we have to have all of these material items, then have we truly taken that time to look at what our intention is? Is owning 5 cars for the highest good of yourself and all? Is interjecting yourself in the life of another person because you want to take something from them in that aspect? Oh, I like their energy, but I don't like them. I enjoy having the benefits of having this person around because of who they bring me around, but I prefer not to mess with them, but still receive the benefits of what they can give me. Those are all, again, not really loving yourself and not really loving others as well. The last card that came up is look in a book. Whatever your question right now, you'll find the answer in a book. And the words you will find will bring you the insight you seek. So let's look in a book. Is the book in my office? Is it on my shelf? Is it one of these books? Is it the Oracle Fairy book? Nature signs. Be receptive to the subtle messages from nature as you go about your day. Nature talks to us continuously. We need only open hearts and open minds. Open hearts and open minds. That pure intention again comes through a lot with that message. Opening our hearts, opening our minds. We may have it open, but what is coming out of it? The way you feel about yourself is the reality that you create. So if you're feeling everyone sucks, that is the reality you create. And is that the highest good for yourself and all? Paying attention to only what looks good and not truly stepping into your authentic self of who you are, what you need, what you want, and being open and honest with that. Is that truly connecting to who you are as a person? If you feel like you constantly have to hide something from someone, if it's walking on eggshells, not being able to be truthful, not being able to be honest, not believing that you can be. Are you living in your most playful, loving, silly, and fun life? Are you leading with an open heart? If you're having a hard time with that, ask for help. Find people that, or angels, but I'm really getting people. It's interesting because I've been seeing a lot more and more how people really want to spiritually bypass. They want to say, okay, I am only okay with the beautiful package, the perfect, but this is messy, so I don't mess with that. Life is both. Life is messy, but life is beautiful. So, who are we to say you don't get to experience both? Because in reality, if you avoid that for your whole life, then you have a sense of hopelessness and you're not empowered within yourself. So, looking for those pure intentions, if you think, if I do this, then this can happen for me, then your intentions are not fully pure. If you think, well, if I omit this to that person, then I'll get what I want, then you're coming from darkness. You're having a private agenda, a form of manipulation, consciously or subconsciously. And is that for the highest good of all? Because again, today, it's really about the highest good for all, setting things with pure intention. A couple of questions to ask yourself, or maybe even just something to do. Ask yourself a question, pick a random book off your shelf, and look in that book. That will be very helpful with guidance to help you figure out what your intentions are, what it is that you're feeling, what it is that you need. And of course, fairies came out. So be sure to connect with nature, talk to the trees, tell them your story. They want to listen. They want you to ask them for help too. Put your feet in the ground, breathe, talk about it. It would be great practice if you find it hard to articulate or express your emotions or your thoughts. Doing it in nature, just finding a tree, finding some grass, and just speaking life into it, your life into it, might help you clear some of those intentions that might not be for the highest good of all. And that'll help you really find some more balance within yourself, balance within life, because we all want to be that inner child that is happy and joyful and jubilant and fun and silly. But the only way that we can shine from within is when we stop looking skin deep. If we actually go into the heart of things, we will really find true beauty, pure intention, and we won't need to manipulate others to get what it is that we think we need. And then we can move into our magical selves, ourselves that see the potential for sacred beauty in all things and the belief that everything is possible. And we can love ourselves a little bit more because we won't be guilting ourselves on, oh, I thought that way and I felt that way and I thought that thing. It's, I thought that thing. I would not act on that. I wonder what made me think of that. I don't want to hate myself. I want to love who I am. So I want to listen to those parts of me that I reject or feel like I want to reject so that I can love myself a little bit more fully. Because that inspires you to be resilient, to be strong, to be able to rely on yourself and create healthy relationships because you are healthy within you. And that truly is, again, for the highest good of all. I hope that this reading has helped anyone watching. Please let me know how it resonates. I would love to hear some feedback from you guys. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Love you all.